Update: my parents secretly took out a $150,000 loan in my name to fund my spoiled sister's wedding, and they didn't even tell me. When I confronted them, they said it was my duty as family. But after reading the loan terms, I found a way to make them regret every bit of it. Part 2, not to mention the fact that I was also suing them, and they were going to be answerable to the bank for the fact that they had actually committed fraud since I had never really signed those documents. So my parents definitely had a lot on their plates. I only spoke to them once a couple of days after I had sent those messages to my fiancé and spoken to my lawyer. They were hysterical because my sister had confronted them about what they had done because, apparently, she did not actually know that they had roped me in without my consent. In fact, she didn't even know that they had to take out a loan for the money that would be used to fund her wedding. Anyway, my sister confronted our parents, and they got into a huge fight where she was obviously mad at them because now she would have to return all the money that she had taken from them for all the advanced payments that she had made to the vendors. Even though it was our parents' own money, she did not want anything to do with them anymore. And our parents were mad at her for being ungrateful, which I don't really think is as valid as her reason to be mad at them. But my parents were pretty hysterical, and they started blaming me for reaching out to her fiancé for no reason, because now she's no longer speaking to them anymore. I don't understand how this is my fault, but anyway, that's not even what I care about. I'm actually just here to ask whether what I did with my sister was the right thing to do or not, because after I sent those messages to her fiancé and his family, she reached out to me as well, saying that I had no reason to do that, and if I had a problem with what was going on, I should have just sorted it out with my parents or just sued them instead of dragging her and her fiancé into it for no reason. She told me that she had no idea that our parents had done something like this, and if she had known, she never would have taken any money from them or even told them to fund her wedding. But because of my baseless assumption that she had known, I had gone out of my way to create trouble for her. And now her fiancé and his family were rethinking the entire marriage. And it was happening all because I had not even bothered to speak to her and ask her if she had known about what our parents had done. I hate to admit it, but she does have a point. I should have just spoken to her before I went ahead and contacted her fiancé because now everyone is doubting her. Like I said, when your family does something bad, it reflects badly on you as well. And I guess that's what's happening now. She also told me that even though we haven't gotten along in the past, it's not like she's a dishonest person. And I don't know about that for sure, but I have to admit that she doesn't really have that reputation. She is spoiled rotten to the core, entitled, and really rude. But I wouldn't say that she has a reputation for being a liar or dishonest. So for me to cast aspersions on her character and do it so convincingly that even her own fiancé and his family, who have known her for a considerable amount of time, start doubting her, that was just not right. And the only reason they are even taking it seriously is that it's coming from a source that's really close to her own family. Anyway, I'm just wondering if I did the right thing with her or not, and if I should apologize. To be honest, I did not have any intention of ruining her relationship with her fiancé. I just thought that she knew what our parents were up to. And that's why I contacted him, because I thought he should know what he's getting into. And maybe, just in a little petty way, I wanted to get back at my family for being absolutely horrible to me. So Ida for telling my sister's fiancé that our parents are frauds and unnecessarily involving him in our family conflict? Update 1. I decided to play it safe and told my sister that I genuinely did not know that she had no idea that our parents had committed a crime like this. But honestly, judging by her past behavior, I thought that maybe she knew about it and just didn't care. Nevertheless, I was sorry that she was in trouble right now, and if she wanted to, I would speak to her fiancé and reach out to him again to let him know that I had come from a place of anger, and that he should definitely give the relationship a chance. She hasn't responded to that yet, but at least I did what I had to. I played it safe because I did not completely take the blame on myself because, honestly, I don't think it's completely my fault. She and my parents have had a relationship like this forever, and she has always gotten what she wanted. So it wouldn't have been surprising if she had known about what they had done and gone ahead with the plan, because she has never really cared about me. She can't blame me for believing that she would have encouraged this as long as she got what she wanted. At the same time, though, I guess I kind of jumped to conclusions without speaking to her, and that was on me. So even though she doesn't entirely deserve it because she was never nice to me, I decided to apologize because getting married is a huge deal, and I want my conscience to be clear. But whatever, that's done now, and I'm going to be pursuing the court case against my parents. As of now, of course, the loan did not get approved, so the bank dropped the case against them. But I'm guessing the lawyer had something to do with it because he's pretty good. My lawyer is a close friend of mine, and I know for a fact that he's great as. So I'm sure that I'm in safe hands, and I'm not too worried about the procedure or even going to trial. In fact, I'm hoping that it goes to trial. I think my parents should be heavily punished for what they did. I feel like all the anger and frustration that I have held within myself for years is finally coming out, and it's like a dam has burst. Honestly, I tried my very best to be on good terms with my parents because, after all, they are my family. But they proved to me that they're not worthy of it. Update 2, so my sister's engagement got called off, and of course, she immediately decided to pin all the blame on me. I had sent those messages to her fiancé 2 weeks ago, and I tried to make things right with her about 1 week back. And about 3 days ago in the evening, a bunch of people in the family started texting me about how my sister had just posted that she and her fiancé had decided to part ways, but they hadn't put up any reason, so they were coming to me to ask about what had happened. Because they wanted to gossip about it, obviously. Unfortunately for them, they didn't know that my sister had blocked me recently, so I didn't even know that they had called off their engagement. You can watch the third part by pressing share and more.